but at the cost of his very own rifle. So just Device to maintain the AK-47. NIP still yet to shake the goose egg. Didn't think I'd be saying that. We are heading just about the halfway point of Fnatic's T side. And they are yet to drop a single round.
This is wild. Absolute wild scenes here. Well, NIP are going to get this full buyout, right? This time round, Device has the AWP and with full utility. Diffuse kits are there again. It is looking very pretty. And the biggest thing that we have to reflect on here is not the flow of the game. It's not that they're making bad reads. It's just they're not making any kills. Look at the scores again. 3 at the high end. 3 frags at the high end. 7 rounds of play in. Fnatic are owning them right now.
We are not seeing the blue on the brown in the kill feed. Device again is the one to be punished for his aggressions. Now putting a frag in the feed. Golden gone.
It's a difference maker. It's an entry kill as well here.
Yeah, that should immediately contrast with the previous rounds we've seen. Heavy apps presence, walking short, contact from Jakino's AWP. Hampus will be dead. Shitty peek again. Jakino can't seem to make a decision. Split between the two opportunities. Now on the hunt for the Rez's rotation back into that site. Reveals himself off the flash. Hampus making that pit position work. Preemptive, nice on the smoke. Will continue to be a presence in pit. Device holding the tight line. He has lost Rez and he's lost Hampus as well. 2 more from Crims. And Device responsible for everything as the rotate comes in. The cavalry have arrived. Only a flash for Crims trying to set up Brolin on the repeak. Legged on to Linus. Device does pull out the zoom bang. Crims is doing everything. How does he get another? Plopsky, just a cursory glance, and he's absolutely blinded. Device elevated.
Brolin's going B.
So threatening, and he's taking the bomb. Crims is keeping both of them here. Linus spotted and Crims off for the ace. Spectacular! Crims. Retro stuff from the Swede, snatches an 8th and an 8 consecutive rounds from Fnatic here.
Get him out of here. They had the 4 players on the site. They had the opening kill with Device's AWP. Crims off the balcony into the pit. Gets it done. What a huge round.
Bro, let's see how that started. So he's into the pit.
He's not even worrying about Hampus. Hampus is in the smoke the entire time.
Yeah, brave. And Device so threatening. The fact he gets that duel with all of these to follow. Oh, man. What a finish as well. Device puts his head straight in the vice.
Hot stuff coming in here. What can you say? The half's won. This is wild.
Fnatic. When will they be stopped? First non-ancient ace.
Okay. Let's catch our breath for a second here. Good bit of damage done. Golden and Brolin tickled on up. Oh, JW drops 2. Rez almost in with the kill onto Crims. 3 on 4, so interesting scenes. NIP are in with a shot, but oh my God, he's got 17 kills. We're 9 rounds into play. The guy's an animal.
Yeah, Crims is the kind of guy that walks past the no shoes, no shirt sign, butt naked, and still gets service.
This is wild right now. They get a free avenue straight into the site. Crims is just holding the line. Sure, they're all hemorrhaged. Everybody half HP or less right now, but what are they meant to do? What have we got a total of here? Hampus and Device have 8 combined. You've got Plopsky with 3, so we're up to 11. 13, 14 kills. Crims has 17.
Yeah. 17.
17? Okay, yeah, it's about time. Someone had to take him down again.
Two of his deaths have been in the after plant on the hunt.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, there was the other one towards coffins, or towards, I should say, CT.
You'll concede those. You'll definitely concede those.
They don't even count.
9 and 0.
Now, coming into this, the Ninjas in Pyjamas, the reason they were so favored, the reason Brolin said we are the underdogs in his interview was based on A, the huge record-breaking signing of Device combined with the fact that we saw an immediate second-place finish from the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Fnatic have been absent from conversations about podiums in some time.
It's been a long time. It was about this time last year.
What a shot as well. God, he didn't even fire, didn't return fire. And this is the Crims effect. This is the Fnatic effect. They've burnt through 3 timeouts in 9 rounds of play.
Well, maybe they saw what the Fnatic roster just did in Valorant, and they don't want those boys getting all the shine.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's just been a car. You know, I'm not saying it's been a direct contact, but you've been watching they've been watching as much as everyone else. They just want to remind everyone that Fnatic CS did it first.
Yeah, this is wild right now. Like, yeah, you're right in terms of this NIP situation. And if we are going to be fair, right, if we were to take away all the hype and take it all away, sure, Linus has just come in.
Yes.
But regardless of that, Fnatic, since when they won early last year, they won, I think it was Pro League, you lifted the trophy, that's all the nonsense we did early last year. Since then, it was a nosedive into the dumpster, right? Things are bad, you see the tweets, the team's not looking any better. Right now, what this is doing for their confidence, I couldn't even possibly imagine. 9-0, we're back underway, the guns are out, but the half is well and truly lost here. The best NIP can salvage is 6, and we haven't seen anything convincing that that's even a possibility right here.
The wonder child on the prowl. Linus has to hold his nerve. Fnatic start to congregate on this A. Rez kept at bay. The util essentially just completely removes any CT presence from short. Yeah, pulls an incendiary out too.
Plopsky's pushing, is rotating, they know it's A.
They're ahead of it. At least ahead of Device's AWP line. Golden, you'd be very brave to swing on him, and he does. Straight into the AWP. Another frag for Rez as well. Looking good for the Ninjas.
Scrappy.
Linus has got a lot to do. Good timing, but it's not going to stop the nade. Blind as well. Hampus completely locked out from supporting him. The best he can do is an incendiary. Plopsky, though, huge amount of impact. Catching the flank. Linus does still catch one on the elevation. And only Brolin, nothing to report. NIP finally break the streak of Fnatic. It took them 10 rounds to find something on the defense.
Okay, well, they've broken through now. Now the question is, are the rest of Fnatic able to keep up with the pace, or are they going to peter out and is Crim's going to drop off? Because to ask a player to do more than what he's done so far, 17 kills to this point, you're asking a lot. NIP there, you could see the info, they reacted immediately. Hampus rotated, Plopsky was fast on that banana rotation. So they've been able to find something that works. It's now about replicating that. Aggressive Molotov down mid. Banana, Brolin in for the fight. There's 3 players here. Peppered up by nades. Molly is burning him as well. Flashed on out, gets the kill, and Brolin surges forward.
Yo, we can't get another. Plopsky makes sure of that. Lots of damage exchange. These nades do take a chunk out of him. Walking with a limp for the rest of this one. Fast up A, though. Or at least looking like it. Takino plans to molly as it fades. And just post up on long side. The setup, however, very tight, very default. Rez playing passive on the site to mantle on the box should contact be found on the Linus pit position.
Device is rotating on over as well. Plopsky, same situation as last round, has that banana control, is jump peeking with the smoke, so no pressure right now felt at all. But Arch side, it's been worked on.
Just a bit deep, maybe? We'll see. Could give a sightline to Device. It looks pretty full coverage, and he's not going to check it regardless.
They have to know this is coming, though.
Yeah, Linus is about to eat this flash. Oh, full vision. That's a problem. And they both walk in straight to the spray. Rez not even required at this point. Device tags, and Linus, look at the restraint on the rookie. Nicely done.
Good round. Very good round there. That's what he needs. Right, that's what he needs. That's the confidence builders. Little 3 pieces like that, they're going to do wonders. Fnatic still have plenty of cash to go for a buy here. Should be the same in the next round as well, with the loss bonus starting to build here. But there's a dark side to being up 9-0 and then half finishing 9-6 is all that momentum will get sucked in the other direction. You think about NIP, down, out, disappointed, turn it around, get 6 on the trot, right? This can be a double-edged sword for Fnatic here. They need to keep up the fight. They need to keep these rounds close because now NIP have got a bank going of their own.
Again, it's the double AWPs. Getting into the bomb site, this is where B becomes all the more appealing, right?
Yeah, they really haven't been testing the B side of the map in the last few.
But significant success when they have. That is, of course, once this battle for Banana is concluded. Plopsky, for now, commands full control.
Ouch.
And I think that's a boosted AWP. No, it's not. Excuse me. Yeah, Hampus is our secondary, so with a boosted half wall, I mean, Plopsky committed to this as well. Makes sense until A requires help, but they could even go for a fast flank on this. It's going to be intriguing. Device actually sweeping back in. Takes Crims. Can he retreat? It seems he can. The nade from Pit softens Golden. Device on for a repeat. Timing's good. The miss is there. Still, Fnatic, about 60 seconds, and the flank's even coming in from those B players here. Jakino's going to have to be careful. Unprepared, a pot shot taken, ducking for cover. Getting really uncomfortable. Jakino does try to bail them out. We'll be ready for another with their knives out, pants around their ankles. Jakino's got a lot of decisions to make here, and the bomb's just been lost on long. No way, Jose.
Audible as well. Hampus got him. Easy. Okay, turning it around to NIP, 3 on the trot, starting to look good. And the clear change has been the info in Banana that they're retaining here. Plopsky fast on that flank, having Hampus as the safety net if he goes down, and Fnatic try and funnel back towards that B bomb site. There's a second line of defense here. And another good opening, right? The Device creeping out onto Crims couldn't have found a better opener considering the form that we've just seen him in. And, well, hold up a second. Fnatic had enough money to go for a buy here, but they've gone for 3 Tech 9s and 2 AK-47s. This might be an all-in faster maneuver.
But we did talk about just the power against double orbs of getting that bomb down. This is a perfect setup. Sorry, was a perfect setup. And Hampus, you ballsy boy, sticks around for the pot shot. Plopsky's got him on the swing. Okay, well, that lost a lot of its flavor immediately.
Curious call. I understand.
Like cheap chewing gum.
Oof. I'm not a fan of chewing gum at the best of times. I can only imagine the cheap stuff between the teeth.
You get, like, you essentially just have eaten like an apple sweet, and then you're just chewing rubber. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'm talking the fake Hubba Bubba.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hubba Bubba. Now that's fun to say. You want to have a go?
Hubba Bubba.
It wasn't as fun when you said it.
No. Hubba Bubba.
Nice. Timeout called, and this time in the Fnatic court. It is after 4 consecutive rounds.
Very, very interesting.
And clean ones as well, by the way. Only 3 frags in total over the course of these 4 rounds from Fnatic.
Maybe Fnatic thought when you were 9-0 up that you could take your foot off the gas, but it was a fair conversation that I think I started in terms of, you know, losing that momentum if Crims cools off. Yeah. We said 17. Well, he's still on 17. And as you're right, only 3 kills in those rounds.
It was 17-3, right? So we kept a little test on that one.
Yeah, starting to lose a bit of steam here, Fnatic. Just even 1 round before the tail end of this half, right? They're going to go in confident, but you just want to know that you're still competitive. If you're getting blanked like this, NIP, look, they'll be able to strangle this one back. And I think, again, maybe Fnatic start getting scared of across the finish line. So here we go. Double AWP still in play. Jaquinho with his, so 3 in total. And the default spread once more. It's really felt to me like when Fnatic are going towards A, they completely take eyes off Banana, they stop the pressure, and here's Device with another opening. Crims down again. Keeps finding the head of the...
Oh, that was a real chance. That could have been round winning. That could have been a 5v3. Everyone's tucked in, but Brolin best the AWP.
This is where they might even start considering going back into one of these B pieces. Device is rotating over to help out Plopsky, who's jostling for the top Banana control right here. And if they do go back towards A, maybe they just were hoping to pressure Linus, the new boy, the pit anchor. It's not an easy position to hold by any means. And still with only 5 kills to his name. Top mid smoke lands, and it does look like they're heading back towards his domain.
Yeah. Interesting to see the angles he's adopting. Floating all around Pit. Rez. Oh no, another miss. These secondary AWPs from Hampus and Rez alike have been missing. Forces himself into a passive stance. Linus to protect him. Linus burning. Not ideal. And another shot missed. These bouncy Swedes are such a problem. Doesn't stop Rez. Surely not a third. JW quick on the draw. It's Jakino, excuse me. JW alongside for the ride. Plopsky wants to try and question it, but the smoke does deter. Device approaching from short. Oh, and that is a perfection. Or a perfect smoke from JW. Plopsky will have to drop one of his own for the advance. Kept very honest by JW. Look at that, an aggressive fight, and now he disappears. Fully blind on the way out as well. Fnatic, this is exactly what you were demanding from them here, Chad. Just proof. Another round can be found.
Okay, that's going to do wonders for this team going into the second half. Not only is that 10 rounds, it avoids the issue I was discussing, and now, well, NIP, can they get that magic marker of 5? This is elimination, just so everybody understands what's on the line. Both of these teams lost their best of 1 openers. NIP falling. And the same with Fnatic to Virtus Pro on Vertigo. And now both fighting for their tournament life here.
Same fight, different result. This time it's Jakino that goes down. Brolin is present, and Brolin does what Brolin does best on Banana, keeping things level, keeping Fnatic afloat.
Now this is curious. It'd be very telling if Fnatic go back for another A piece here just to try and pressure the new boy. They got away with it the last couple. 3 players standing in Banana. JW dealing with any mid aggression. Utility is there for an execute, but Hampus is met by Device. Smokes exchanged. The lurky boy towards the front side. Linus is getting a lot of information here. There was a slight gap towards top mid, but nobody's pipped it. And more Banana utility is very telling. Linus is going to be left to his own devices over towards A as Rez is trying to cheat on over in time. There should be 3 NIP players here by the time this execute comes in.
And so, our final round of this Fnatic T side is the B execute. 40 seconds, they've dumped in at least 1 wave. And here comes the second. Golden walks up on it, tries to clear the pool. There's a molly as well, can focus his attention elsewhere. Hampus was blind, does seem to have enough vision to pull the trigger. Brolin returns fire. An AWP for him to work with, though. 2 frags, he'd have to find a whole lot more now. Looks like NIP will leave with 5. Device confirms it. All right, a 10-5 half. Elimination game. We're losing the Ninjas in Pyjamas or Fnatic when we return from the break. Yikes. Both in Twitch and the studio saw coming. Let's see if they can shift their fate with a truckload of nades on the pistol. Look at this, Chad. We've got 2 Kevlar vests in play.
Yeah, this is very interesting to see all this U2 coming on out. It's also very interesting to see a gamble stack from Fnatic on the pistol. 4 leaning over towards the B site. Crims, Golden, Jacquinho tucked in towards the back of the site. And JW over towards CT, ready to deal with any early fights.
They 4-man stacked that.
This might be perfect. All this util does tell of a B execute.
Yeah, it is. 2 smokes landing. 4 to receive, and Crims a lovely tap and a hold of the cross. He's been gooshed. A lot of pressure now, but Jacquino's there. There's just so many targets, and it's all Jacquino. Just like that, Fnatic, right place, and exactly the result they wanted. After winning this pistol, NIP are screaming internally.
Oof, well, cliches are tropes because they're true, I think I once read or heard. Either way, it's a great thing to regurgitate. That pistol is hugely important. In this context right now, if Fnatic convert against the force buy you're about to see and hit a couple of crispy shots like this again.
Oh, I missed that first one onto Linus on second viewing. He did so much with that.
If Fnatic convert right here, NIP will have to take a save.
Yeah, and then we can just start wrapping the mouse and keyboard. Come on, boys. NIP have put all the chips into the center of the table here. Tech 9s, 3 smokes, make it 4. And just 2 flashbangs. Jacquino's already whipped out the AUG after his heroics in that pistol. I mean, he's gone from 5 frags to 8. And in the pistol round alone...
Oh, this is a huge gap.
There is a gap.
Massive gap. Jacquino's just rotated over towards CT. Because Brolin's so low, he felt the need to help this B bomb site. But look at all this free real estate. I don't think anyone's going to turn around.
There's potential for a really embarrassing flank hit.
This is problematic.
Oh, no. Jacquino, if he slips through the smoke, he's okay.
This might save his life.
It might. It really might.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, his booties might poke.
I think he's okay.
No, he walks straight through. Hampus can't believe his luck at an AUG now in play for the Ninjas. A dink. Brolin brought lower. They're into the site. Only an MP9. Plopsky's already finished off the job onto Brolin.
Golden
needs a frag. He gets nothing, and here we go. NIP making it clear to Fnatic that it will not be just a sunny walk in the park through this lower bracket.
This would be some retake right now.
Yeah, it's ambitious, isn't it? Some nades from Crims. No one's really low enough. Device and Linus, potential victims, and there they go. They back away. A brutal gap. How much of that is just timing? Oh.
It has to have come down to Brolin's low HP, right? When he takes all that damage, Jacquino rotates over because I think they're expecting a B execute. But the same thing that punished NIP in the first half was lack of information, right? As soon as they take their eyes off mid, uh-oh, Crims, you might be walking straight into Rez here. You don't want to lose everything. Rez, almost steals it away there. Crims is going to grab a Deagle. If we're looking at what's in the stock room right for Fnatic, that's a really big pickup. Can drop that Deagle across. It is going to be another Fnatic force by here, surely. You don't want to just let this one slip away. Okay, so they're going to make this work. Scouts coming out, Deagle's getting dropped across. Everything is going to be as honky-dory as Fnatic can make it. And we've seen them bounce back from force by losses already within this series. Overpass not that long ago. this is NIP's chance to really steal back some momentum in this game. And the same thing now applies the other way. NIP win this one. Fnatic will be humbled. Fnatic will have to eco, and we'll see NIP quickly get up to 8 rounds here, closing the distance.
You know, given an opportunity. No damage inflicted from the scout. Nades do wonders, though, but for both teams, it's Brolin with a wide strafe out on that MP9, and they will just about get away.
But look at Plopsky and Hampus.
By the skin of their teeth. Right, well, that's what that knife means. It's I've got 2 HP, I can't do a thing.
Yeah, this is the frustration being shown on the screen right here, because it doesn't matter what weaponry now Fnatic are holding. A stiff breeze will blow over Plopsky and Hampus, so this is all going to rely on Rez and Linus. So I think juggle those guns around the best you can, get the AKs into the healthy boys' hands, and let the SMGs stay with Hampus and Plopsky. But they're heading towards B, and they will be able to find themselves a 4-on-2. They hit these shots immediately. All that pressure will be relieved. Brolin, Jacquinho, and JW are miles away. Their rotation point is almost as far as it can get. They're in pit, and they're just going to creep on in.
Oh, Crims. Such good timing. And the backs are all turned. Nearly 3. Rez lives on by the scrap of health he has.
32 combined.
Yeah. And to get the bomb down, they'd have to get through Golden. May have to let it pass. Can't contest. And so now the bomb down, a 2 versus 4 with 32 points of health for the 2 of them.
Jacquinho has a kit here as well. This is everything Fnatic could hope for.
Rez does have to hit some scorches here on the advance. And that was not the first. Okay, Jacquinho beheaded. Scout spotted. Teammate dead. And now problems. A nice second. Fnatic make it 12. And NIP, peanuts and pocket lint for 2 of them.
Yeah, the plant is great. It is going to help out a lot. We can get AK-47s with head armor on the likes of Rez, Linus, and
This
Hampus.
was so perfect. Like, you talk about intuition, by the way. You could see Crims, like, confirmation as soon as he holds W, he hits pins.
This is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Like,
right
how'd
there.
you get so much bang for an MP9 buck? But as you watch it unfold, it all makes sense. It's like, yep, that's just a very good player making some very smart decisions.
And that util in Banana early as well, you could see how hamstrung NIP were operating. Now, the AKs are back out, both teams with pretty strong buys here. 3 AKs, 2 pistols versus 5 rifles. Fast up Banana. Hampus, he's not stopping behind the molly. He needs the kill.
Brolin wins it out.
He's got away in the last couple of rounds with a scrap of health, and another nuke just lands. Linus brought on down to 27.
They've been here before, Chad.
From bad to worse, isn't it? Bombs down T
might
stairs.
be time to give up on that banana fight early. It's leaving them so wounded. But Device has the right idea. If he just walks in here.
Golden's just on the jiggle. He could catch Golden, and then Brolin's super low.
Yeah. Linus executed, and so many backs are turned. He's caught by the transfer. All right, Ninjas in dire need of a round. Jacquinho clears his corner. Device is ready. Only JW remaining. Just gonna have to back away. Except it's not the round. And NIP, how many is that now on the T side? This will be their second.
It's just the force by wars. It's making this feel a little bit strange, isn't it?
Trade back and forth.
Okay, well, Fnatic now, they do have such a huge buffer that if they want to concede, they can, right? The only thing that might lure them into going for another force buy again is JW's saved rifle. Also has a deagle on his side, can drop that across. So what are we looking at here? Obviously, it's only going to be that 1,400 loss bonus trickling into the bank balance. You've got JW in a position to drop a Famas. Brolin can buy himself. JW can also drop a deagle. They can make this work, Fnatic, you know? It's not going to look horrible if they do decide to go for it, but at this point, it's like you're digging yourself a bit of a deeper hole. So how far down that hole do they want to go? Golden has purchased in. That Famas has been dropped. Crims will get that one. It looks all right. It's obviously not great. But what do they have in store for us here? 3-player B-lean out the gates early from Fnatic. So banana control will be gifted. Crims is up close and personal over towards this boiler room position, deagle in hand. They have to hope that they're able to get a multi-kill or two here. Just one kill will not be enough, and Crims on the flash picks on out, sees nobody home. Might be a bit of misinformation, but look at this search from Hampus, already hyper-aggressive, a minute 20 on the clock, and he's top banana, applying so much pressure.
Ice rejoins the pack on B. A flash, and Golden's still got the incendiary. Sitting onto a smoke. If he could just survive, Brolin strafes down to support, and he does go down. Nice big find onto Hampus. They re-smoked the CT. That has pulled Giacchino away from A, and now they can stroll on back, casual as you like. Now, Crims is the canary in the coal mine. He'll be chirping as soon as he hears those steps in mid.
Crims is calling all of this.
Yeah, JW tucking into the site, Crims to be checked. No, and now backs are turned. He needed contact from JW because that's a quick one, head on a swivel. And now NIP's 8th, a formality, just Golden and Brolin, and they're heading to B to save.
Hard to tell if Crims made any steps there in the flurry of all of that, but Plopsky's awareness to still be watching behind in that moment just saved them the round. You know, Crims probably would have been good for 1.5 kills there. That is a very important frag to make. I don't know exactly if it was just intuition.
Was it just intuition? I mean, yeah, it does seem like everyone wants a player like Plopsky on those 4-man takes. Someone constantly just keeping that horrible round-ending and morale-slaughtering flank to occur.
Rifles here for Fnatic. This gap getting ever closer now. 8 about to be marked up on the board, so only 4 rounds in this, and Fnatic, yeah, they haven't been able to establish the CT side. Brolin needs to hold on to the FAMAS, and he will. Won't be able to pick up that AK. There's too much of a risk there to push on forward late round like that, and all in all, NIP are turning this one around ever slowly. They still have a dangerous round number 21 ahead of them here, but yeah, you can see, so JW spots them coming up mid, Crims hears all of that, and Rez taking liberties. It's almost like that round where JW had the MAC-10 in the first half, where he was controlling the rotations. Similar situation just there. Now, I don't want to say NIP need to win this round, but they kind of need to win this round. This is the closest thing they've had to an easy one this entire second half.
Not taking early nade damage would have helped.
How much? Let me check the util right here. We're lucky, we're fortunate we get to see these things here. Golden, utility damage, 347. I don't know how much of that has just been done in the second half, but that's a truckload. Brolin, 431.
Yeah, those B defenders. I mean, he was probably doing it on the B attack as well on that T side. Dunked on a couple of them. Crims posted up. He's not got much more than one chance. Doesn't get pushed on. 3 CTs here for Fnatic. And don't forget, just 2 saved rifles. Brolin's FAMAS is the last bastion of hope. Bombs being scooped up and significant space taken, and they're quite happy to leave Hampus to just be a real wrench in the works. There's nothing that Brolin or JW will be able to do about Hampus' positioning. Their rotation is going to be cut off.
Oh, that's the B smoke lobbed out now as well. So 30 seconds. Well timed. Giacchino playing in this.
And Hampus even coming from behind with rapid pace. Giacchino, what's he supposed to do with a USP? He will be sprayed through. This is so NIP. Anytime you think you have an advantage, you're hiding in a smoke and a flank from Brolin.
Hold up a second.
Yeah, not bad.
10 seconds.
If he could just knock him off the bomb, they do not plant default. He's demanding a boost. JW to provide, and the nade stops all of that. All right, NIP, they're closing this gap little by little. They were shaken, they were discombobulated on the ropes, but playing on and now clawing themselves back into a competitive standpoint.
Let's talk worst case for Fnatic right now. They're opting into this buy, obviously, right? They just took that save with the save rifles, but everybody was hovering around that 4K to 4.4. That only really facilitates you the M4 with Kevlar and light util. And that's what we're seeing right here reflected in the buy. Golden's even had to go for an MP9 to get full set of nades with a defuse kit, and it's aggressive. It has to be.
Straight down the guts. Hampus is not ready for this. A sitting duck, the trigger discipline from Crims, but he's checked, and nightmare fuel. Full sleep paralysis demon for Crims there.
Hampus getting worse.
Turns on him. And Device gets away with a 99 damage shot, still in his earlobes. He's had his ears pierced, but...
Oh, wait. He might get Rez for free. The timing on this, Rez is just dipping around the corner.
Oh,
they've done it again.
Both doing it. If this punishes JW as well, I'm going to be unhappy. Somehow it looks like Hampus is ready for this. Back towards middle. Doing a choreographed dance video. And JW with 2, 3 not available.
The race is on.
Yeah, there's no one there. And I think NIP know it. Straight in, Giacchino. A chance. Rez with the perfect, if they can just get that blooming. And One apple on the head of Giacchino. Bronner returns fire, but it's Rez that makes it 10. We got some Counter-Strike here, but Fnatic, this is horrible. Dire Straits, as you discussed, it was M4 Kev. Now back to 3.6, and they're going to go on a pendulum. Crims, this is horrible for him.
You know, the deal with that right there, the only reason that Crims gets swung on is because Giacchino gets the kill into second mid. Because he's picked on down with that AUG. He gets the kill. That's why the head's on the swivel. Yeah. Otherwise, he's set up for 2 kills. Oh, no. Frustration starting to mount now.
A full transfer of all that energy that was in Fnatic's camp start to transfer over to Stockholm.
Oof. Well, when you consider the slew of rounds that NIP were on, right, it was a 5-1 run to close out the end of the first half. Since then, there's only been 2 extra rounds posted in the second. So it was 9-0 at one point if you're just joining us for Fnatic within that first half. Now NIP are doing their absolute best job.
Well, we know what happens next, right, Chad? They buy Deagles.
And they win?
And they buy 3 smoke grenades. And if NIP are not proactive enough, you've been talking about their, giving them a lot of credit for holding onto their utility and using it at the right point here. But if we see a slow 60-second start, I'm going to start to build hope for the Fnatic Desert Eagles here. A conservative buy in pursuit of a 13th in the following.
Oh, look at this.
And they just walk in. Hampus, contact. Plopsky spotted. 2 available towards this site. And HE's an early fight. Look at the amount of damage they've taken. There's more. Another one straight to the ball position. Golden low. And I reckon on reload, they could be victims. The whole squad is here. Flashes they push. I don't hate it. Golden blind. Brolin 1. That's it. NIP are through.
That should be the round right there as well. 12-11. Right now, if you're Fnatic, play for exits. Just grab some AK. See if you can do any more financial damage here. It's not that NIP are working with wondrous amounts of cash, but they still have enough to facilitate buys going forward. Linus, a couple more confidence frags down. Banana gets one immediately traded. So there is an AK to pick on up, but can Hampus deny? Oh, smoking Hampus off. He's actually going to go through this.
Giacchino did get away with the AK.
Oh, that's heard.
Tagged. Confirms JW's ahead of them. He actually wants to try and punish them on the way out. Could be something. Ooh, damage. Maybe Hampus, if he didn't have time, could have been caught out by it, but instead JW, with a sigh, accepts it'll just be the Desert Eagle into the next. NIP, though, as we discussed, make it 5 in a row.
Yeah, Crims has definitely called 17 and 3 at one point. Now he has 21. Look, to be fair, he did his work. Right?
That was at 9 and 0, I think, around that.
If you're going to get your team to 9 and 0, you've definitely made your paycheck for the day, I would say.
Yeah.
Brolin's up there at 19 now. JW, good performance from him, 15. Golden and Giacchino, they're both sub 10. So now that the AWP is out, could be Giacchino's time to find some impact here. Hefty nade down mid. Just do a little bit of chip damage there. Rez and Device feeling the brunt of that. And it was the 3-man banana lean early. They've left the AWP over here for Giacchino. And that makes sense. We've seen NIP just snaking up banana on contact.
Phase 2 of the plan. Get banana. Get top mid. Rez, Hampus. A lot of walking involved in this one. And Golden on his jiggle. Doesn't take a hit, but will be calling for the flash. Hampus gets the frag prior to the vision being denied. Crims, you said he's done his haul, may need to be doing a bit more, and has already. Hampus on the long swing down. Linus late. Coming. They are coming in through short as well. This is good from the Ninjas in terms of positioning. They're blocking each other. Linus, he can't work it out. Who's going to work it out first? They've passed each other. Ships in the
Linus
night.
knows something's up.
He's certainly suggesting it. Surely, yeah, it looks like Plopski's going to react to that call. And problems now for Fnatic to level things up. Elimination stations here, folks. And JW would need somehow to find both. Here comes contact on short. Plopski catching Golden with his back turn. Device still established on site. Little chance for Jakino on that AWP. They might have to get out, and they will.
Safe call.
Yep.
12-12. Look at that.
Tied right back up.
Oh, what a biff this has been. Back and forth in the T-halves today. Something to be wondered over here. But that constant persistence of NIP heading to that B bomb site early, pressuring, and now just with a simple A piece. Look, Crims did a good job to slow things down. If JW gets the kill into Linus there in apartments, it's probably a completely different round. So that little awkward moment there on the balcony, difference maker in a round like this. Round number 24. Now the loss bonus, it's obviously been maxed on out for some time here for Fnatic. They will be getting themselves another full buy off the back of it. Saved out one more time, and you really have to hope that Jakino can find himself in the right place. He has a very good mid spawn. You can see here on the spawn cam, might even go for something a little bit aggressive down mid. An opening will be a blessing here for Fnatic.
Just see all of the T's in the X-ray just strafing their jiggles. It's
notice that, and what we see on Ancient, right? You know, the same fights, they're not established just yet. Here on Inferno, the absolute classic map.
Well, Golden and Brolin add a bit more to their utility damage stat.
Oh yeah, let me check back in on that, shall I? Brolin's up to 519.
Yeah, farming. Absolutely farming. 2 to receive on B. Don't love the smoke.
Not at all.
Does.
Bomb's coming over now as well. Looks like just another B explode.
They've still got 3 feet planted. Surely Crims is going to get a wiggle on. And they're just going.
Brolin's dead.
There's 4 players here, and only 1 to resist. It's only Golden. What's he supposed to do? Survive is impossible. Plopski makes it so. Something from Crims on the way in just stops it from feeling like a 5v3.
But they have to save again. Okay, maybe not. 40 seconds now.
Bomb ticking. Crims has given them a window.
Jakino's rotating over now as well. Looks like they're going to have a look in here.
We're going to give it a go. Lads, Crims has given us something. The smoke could set them up for the boost. You want to put Crims up, don't you? Nice. Linus is going to lose vision. Flash for JW on the boost. Spot Rez is there. They can't find him. He's dinked down. Plopski's found another. Crims to come up. Clutch, not an ace clutch. He hasn't got the time. He hasn't got the time. He'd have to hold it. Fakes out the first. Rez to swing. Plopski's playing safe, and there's nothing that he can do. Heroic attempt from Crims. But there you have it. 4 from Plopski in return, and NIP take the lead.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That feeling in the gut of Fnatic now, knowing not that long ago you're up 9-0. You're up 9-0.
Elimination game, the highest highs. We saw Brolin smile, Chad. We saw a smile.
I don't know if this is going to be better or worse for them in the long run. You think about it, right? Before this, coming into this tournament, you have Fnatic as nobody's favorite to do anything, right? Not even in dark horse consideration, not even in the conversation. You get the Swedish Derby, you think that's going to fire them up. It has. They've shown fantastic CS here today, but now 3 rounds away from dropping to NIP and dropping out of IEM Summer. Things are getting bleak. Things are getting very bleak over there in the Fnatic camp. A timeout and a conversation to be had. It is looking like a partial investment from Fnatic here, so they haven't gone all in. Some CZ, some Deagles, Crims with an M4. Might come as a surprise to NIP here. But once again, it's the standard default spread, and once again, a chunk of utility damage done. When they go back and watch just how much nade damage they did for Fnatic, that's one thing they can put a big green tick in the box next to.
Yeah, it's going to not quite feel as good as if it's after this. Being taken from them, Plopski holds. This crossfire from Rez and Plopski deadly with their reaction time.
This could be JW's moment here.
Certainly, but not well equipped for it. His CZ in apartments used to be notorious for disrupting a full buy. Maybe Linus was going to learn his lesson. Not today. He skips school. And this one is reading 14. Only the one from Rollins Deeg on library.
Rough one here. Golden just with 7 frags to his name. The in-game leader really not going to be getting a lot done in a round like this. On a nice clutch yesterday on Vertigo to keep his team alive, but completely different scenario here. Bombs down. NIP set up in some powerful post-plant positions, and they're even starting to have a little bit of a look around here to see if they can take away his investment. Wow, 14. What a turning of the tides in this one. As you saw, we had that little pop-up before. There is the whole B-stream action going on. We can tell you about that in the lull. It will be Complexity taking on FPX. It's also an elimination match. Yeah,
and FPX already managed to turn heads and take a big map against Astralis, as well as stick in the upper bracket.
And after this one, on the mainstream, we do have Heroic taking on EG. EG surprised everybody in similar fashion as to what Fnatic have done here today, with a big win in their opening best-of-1 affair against Spirit, who looked out of sorts, if I'm being completely honest. So that'll be coming up immediately after this. Was scheduled to be starting about now, but as you can see, got to get through this one first.
Gave G2 a run for their money as well. Didn't catch that game when a full 3 maps. FPX definitely do seem to have found a new lease of life, at least in terms of the resistance they're putting up here in the tournament. With Emmy's join. Here we go. Again, poor device. Magnet on the head as he's down to 40 before a bullet is fired in his direction. But the price he's paid for banana control.
Well, posturing for mid control. They've suggested they want it here, NIP, but back again, they focus towards B, but here's the difference maker. Fnatic have a 3rd member, Crims. Already found his way over to support the boys of Brolin and Golden.
Interesting that they're kind of in a position to play around Crims' smoke.
They're heading straight to A. This is quick.
Wow, that's a big reaction. Giacchino's about to get overwhelmed between the wickets. JW needs it all. He only gets the 1. NIP are sprinting to 15. That reaction was just at the drop of a hat. And the site's lost.
It all looked too good. It all looks way too good. Crims over there, they made the right call, and then out of nowhere, the retake utility's coming in, but Hampus and the boys, they're well ahead of it.
You're not saying save for 15.
Oh, there's no other way. The max loss bonus is great, but you can see the residual cash. Golden is the only one with enough who would be able to buy next round if they went for this and lost.
Playing for OT.
Oh, this hurts.
Fight the drought now from Fnatic. 2 rounds to show.
Look at that. They're going to get 9 in a row of their own.
And they got the pistol as well. It was the fears identified by Yanko when he was watching Overpass. Now manifesting here in Inferno.
This one's really going to sting for Fnatic. Just to know that, you know, it's more than just about, you know, where they're at as a team right now. This matchup has been one that we've seen over the years, just the Orgs going toe-to-toe, a lot of pride on the line.
So quick as well. Like, Giacchino went from having no info, everyone on the B side of the map talking, to, oh my God, there's 4 on my screen, and I put it between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
Nasty. All right, well, here we go. Fnatic do need to try and do what they have been unable to so far on the defense, which is find their footing on these full weapon rounds. They've got everything they could desire for pride, for honor, and for continuation here at IEM Summer.
There we go.
Giacchino opens it up. A CT AWP in the feed. Now that is a very different change of pace. And Golden will take full half wall control.
Going to get that AWP back over towards A as well now, but look at this. NIP are calling the bluff.
Yeah, and Device has got the read. He's trying to nutmeg. Brolin faffing around with his nades here. Gun on, son. Nice find. Brolin around the smoke. The trades. My God, you see how quick that was? 2v3 as the dust settles, but that was just 5 seconds of complete and total trading.
Look at all the nades Rez and Hampus have to hold this one down.
They could end it here,
mollies, everything. They can close this out.
Crims has done so much for Fnatic. His life is worth everything. Smoke from Giacchino will block off that banana-sided player. Hampus will have to push through that. He's throwing out one of his own, though.
Here comes the flash. Needs to be perfect for Rez. Turns it.
Swings, perfect, still full vision, he executes two. Giacchino has to clutch. Fnatic to be eliminated unless he can step up for the third. Hampus lingers in the smoke, time is on Hampus' side.
He's not sitting it.
Oh! It's a stunning shot from Giacchino. He's got time. Fnatic survive, Giacchino saves them. That's what he needed. We haven't seen one out of them, out of Giacchino here in Inferno. That's a big save. He faked it with the scope. You can scope as you defuse. It was too much of an overwhelming sound cue combination for Hampus.
Look
he
at
had
this.
to check. Look how quick that happened.
The trades, that is an in-game leader's wet dream right there. And then Rez turns the flash.
Did it everything. Giacchino, though, scope, hunt, an immediate flick.
Oh, he doesn't hit that kill there. That round's done. Hampus steals it away, and Fnatic are done. But we go again, 15-13, guns back out.
After saving for that, Chad, they saved just to have a shot at overtime. Giacchino in the 1v1, it can't just end in a blink of an eye again. Brolin does go down on his hunt for Banana. Plopsky, however, his victim.
This is so risky. Look at Fnatic's setup towards A. All three of them in apartments right now. It's just Golden on the B site, and B has just been hit time and time again.
And they're walking again?
Golden, it's on you right now, my friend.
No, this is a horrible way to lose it. Not just Golden saying 4B.
They're being clamped in on the pushes coming through. The info's there. Golden has to delay. He has a smoke and a molly right now. He can hold them off. He can hold them off.
Son.
Why is he not dumping it?
No info.
Oh, no.
Drops a smoke and a molly to imply there's more here. That's not the case, and Golden does go down. Banana retake device is the one to take contact next, and he's hit the shots. Crims keeps something, a glimmer of hope now as the bomb goes down. Rez eats the nade, he's soft for Crims. Util dumb from the ninjas, they're holding on to a lot of it. Still a Molotov in play. Looking for the Banana fight, nothing to report. Crims with 2 to find here. Linus holds his nerve, and NIP to throw the knockout blow. Giacchino was just demanded to do the same again. An impossible task. A 1v3. Get it all out of his hands. The final molly does track nicely onto Hampus. Would need a second now. Through the flames he has to. Rez swings. Contact. What a shot. He's not dead. He can't do it again. It would have to be through the smoke. Rez, you have the tracer fire. It wasn't far off. NIP. Knockout Fnatic. The derby